Hi, my name is Breeah Hawkins, and I'm a senior at Memorial High School. My first vivid memory of after school is this tall, light, and loudly dressed guy coming into Jefferson Middle School with his big voice and getting kids in line. That was BT, but some of you know him as Daniel. I was involved in Leap to College and built a relationship with the tutor from Edgewood there named Amanda and a staff person named Vicky. And then I see BT in the hall and we have a good conversation, and he'd remind me that Leap to College was that day, and I would go because I would have to. I didn't really know the kids in Leap to College, but we spend time in community building for just a couple of hours there, I think every Tuesday and Thursday, and they are now some of my best friends to this day. It was still easy for me to come to the center my freshman year because I still lived in Wexford. But early my sophomore year at Memorial, we had to relocate. And by we, I mean me, my mom, and the family that was there in Wexford had to relocate to the Far East. Now I get up really early every day and spend an hour and a half on the bus each way. It's hard because I can't stay as long as I want to at the center, but I'm here almost every day. This community is really good for me. It feels good that the staff are so invested in me and the people who come here. I can always come for support when I'm in a rough patch, and they let me be involved how I can and when I can, and work around my long commute. I have bonds here with people so I can talk to them about really personal things that tend to affect my personal life back at home. And they really helped me through it. Being a part of youth action and gender groups at the center has opened me up to issues that I thought I wouldn't have before. An example of this is colorism. I've never really thought about that issue before. The way darker skinned people get treated differently and the put down personally of darker women. I identify myself as a Black woman, and colorism has become super, super important to me. I see it at Memorial all the time, and now I speak up. I tell people that it's not right and that it's not gonna help anybody. That's what happens when we have this kind of space where we can talk about real life issues that we face and what we're going to do about them. I'm really proud of the work we've done in Youth Action and BOSS. For BOSS, that's one of our gender groups. It's called Bold, Outstanding, Supportive Sisters. An example of that is the workshops we've developed about gender as a spectrum and intersectionality. The interconnected nature of social categorizations, such as race, class, and gender, and also how they apply to a given individual or group. We got to present those at statewide youth conferences, a national conference for teachers and more. It felt good to move to just from participating in those conferences to having a role, and to feel my leadership instinct kick in, and to have something that I was responsible for. Next year, as a senior currently next year, I plan to enroll in the MATC transfer program, and I want to study biology or zoology. Thank you. Yeah, I plan to study their either biology or zoology program in order to become a veterinarian. Thank you. But all in all, with all the love and support that I know the center has, I know the things that I've learned here will stick with me and through all of that. And I know the people here will too. Thank you so much, everybody.
Hi everyone, my name is Sophie Guthier, and I'm also a senior at Memorial High School. I've been coming to the center ever since my freshman year in high school, when my friend Julie sent me a text about the women's group they have here, BOSS, and the campaign they were doing called Hands Off My Rights, which is basically a campaign that we did about the sexual assault that women face in our communities and also in our schools. When I first started coming, there were two staff members named Bao and TJ, and I just really bonded with them right away, and they made me want to come back every day as many times as I could throughout the week. The energy and the vibes of the community center, I just really connected with, and I wanted to come back. And the activities that we did every day were always youth-led. It was never teachers and staff telling you what you were going to do. It was, what do you as youth want to do, and how are you going to do these activities on your own? They gave us a really big independent role in what we wanted to do every day after school. Over the years at the center, I've become friends with many new people and made lifelong bonds with people that I don't think I would have been able to without the center. And I've become much more active in social justice issues as well. I've been able to learn about how our society is set up and the different privileges and oppressions that people have, and I've been able to become more confident in who I am. I'm really proud of the workshops that we've done for conferences such as Youth as Partners in Civic Leadership, which we'll be attending again in November, and the MSAN conference. And then we've also attended the ACLU Youth Social Justice Forum in Milwaukee for the past couple of years. It felt really good to have not only youth, but adults really listen to us and learn from us and take into account what we have to say into their own daily lives. The Lustra Center is a place for a lot of young people to come who don't have really good support systems, either at home or at school, and it lets them be themselves. It's a different kind of community that you don't really get in many other places. It's a place where you get to figure out who you are, what you want to do, what you want to be, and it lets you grow as a person. And you can see the impact really directly. As soon as someone starts coming regularly, you can just see how much more they grow and how much they open up to people and are able to connect. Right now, I'm doing my college application process. I'm planning on studying environmental science and policy, and more directly how it affects poor communities and communities of color. And lastly, I just want to thank everyone for the opportunities you have provided me, Breeah, and all of our friends at the center. And I hope that you will continue to make these opportunities available for us and all the kids who come after us. Thank you.